I have a confession to make. I'm the type of girl that likes to listen to dance music really loud, especially if it's a song I like, in the car as I'm driving to work. My work is a little boring and monotonous sometimes, so I like to listen to the most perky, dancey music ever, and I'm the type of girl that will dance along with their hands, do a little shuffle behind the steering wheel, and all the other drivers are kind of like behind the wheel. They're just like, or they're applying makeup, masturbating, eating a sandwich, whatever other people do. They're all doing that, and meanwhile, anyway, that's my confession of the day. Welcome to Twisted Strands, the episode that was delayed. Oy. It's actually going to be called Power Outages Suck. That's going to be the title, because indeed they do. And unfortunately, some of my neighbors in New Jersey are still without power, which kind of makes me think there's something wrong with the people in power, but hey, whatever. Yeah, I'm JD. I'm your hostess, as always, and today's episode is brought to you by my cute little mug that I bought at Barnes & Noble. The Starbucks in our Barnes & Noble had these for sale. Pretty cool. And I bought one, and it's filled with milky hot chocolate made by the Keurig that my dad bought. I mean, the milk chocolate you get out of a Keurig is pretty much like the milk chocolate you get out of those little powdery packets. It's about the same thing, same taste. It never will be as good as, real hot chocolate, but who the hell has time for that? I know some of you probably do. And bless your soul. I can't imagine. I'd probably do it at least once to try it. So, anyway, blah blah, enough wool gathering. Let's talk about what's on my needles. Or let me talk about what's on my needles, which is actually less than last week. And you'll see why. You probably already see, but this is the Halloween dress for my big girl. And while the yarn and I are getting along now that my mother has detangled it out of the kindness of her heart, and yeah, she doesn't knit, but she likes to detangle yarns, which is pretty awesome. And, well, still working on it. Right now would probably be a really short dress, which would be cute, but it's not what I want, so I'm going to have to keep plugging away at this. And I'm also working on the Mabel socks by Blue Ruin. And that's the Pagewood sock yarn in a beautiful multi-tonal red yarn, and size 1 or 2 needles. And it's downstairs sitting on my purse, or else I'd be waving that in front of you too. But anyway, FYI, this is kind of like a heavy fingering weight, and I'm using size 3, or otherwise known as 3.25. So, those are the two main things in progress that I've got going on. So, on to finished objects. The main one, ta-da! I finally finished my colonnade. Let me take it off and show it to you in all its hand-dyed glory. I'm so happy to have this done. Yay! point, right? I added an extra lace row, and I haven't done the button loop, but I just might do that anyway. I've been wearing it to both of the doll meets that I did this weekend, and I got a lot of compliments on it. It's lovely, it's warm, and I'm really happy with it, and yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I made another one, but there are just too many beautiful shawl patterns out there to keep making the same thing, in my opinion. Even though a few years ago I did just that. I made 2 sweet pea shawls from the Happy Hooker book by Debbie Stoller. Excuse me. I made 2 of them because I love doing that pattern so much. And another finished object are my lumpy bumpy mitts. I finished them on Halloween. So, I'm sure the irony... Oh, don't pay attention to the fact that they might be crooked. Haha. Oh, there we go. So this is using my hand spun, and it was using a free pattern on the internet. And who designed that? Let me check my notes here. C. Danielle, and they're called the Lumpy Bumpy Figureless Mitts. I used my own very, very bulky hand spun yarn that I made a few years ago, and as you can see, somehow it's striped, and I love that. Unfortunately, I finished them on the last day that I could make them, wear them, which is kind of sad. And I finished and started Sock Bunny's lovely Paprika's, what was it? Paprika's reversible dishcloth. Finished and started and finished on one night. So there it is. Very attractive. Obviously perfect for your ombres or variegated cotton yarns, and I'm very happy with this pattern, and I hope she puts it on the designer page soon. Get on it, Sock Bunny. So, let's see. That's it. 3 finished objects. Clearly, having a power outage is kind of good for my knitting, because what the fuck else am I gonna do? Read? I do love to read when the interest strikes me, but really I like to use my hands, and I'm not the kind of girl that can actually read and knit at the same time, which is sad. But there you go. Everybody has their weakness. Mine is staying out of yarn stores. Oh, and speaking of wool gathering, scattered brained after a long weekend. Sorry, kids. Yeah, we lost power in Morristown from Saturday morning when I was just about ready to block this thing to Wednesday afternoon. And on Halloween, I went to get my stuff because my parents asked me to spend the night in their hotel room where they were sleeping. And they were there until Wednesday, but they started there on Monday. And they said, come with us, alright? Keep warm for a night at least. So I went to pack my shit, and I saw that half of my neighborhood had lights, but our half was completely dark, and I was pissed. Oh, was I ever pissed. And I saw the workers all hanging about, not doing anything. They were taking a break, thank you guys, in our neighborhood. And there were little kids in their costumes doing the trick-or-treating, even though there were still trees and power lines down everywhere. And yeah, still no power, even though our neighbors had it start on Monday. Thank you, JCP&L. Anyway, Wednesday we got it back. I had a night to myself. I did laundry. I showered. I ran the dishwasher. Yay! I was just so happy. But yeah, and then I had to do a lot of things. Like, this weekend was crazy busy. I baked cupcakes for both of the doll meets I was in. You know, driving and shit like that. And it was a good weekend. It was alright. Way the hell better than last weekend with no power. And, while I was sitting in the dark with either this, the fine gauge black yarn, or, you know, I didn't have another project, so I started this. Because in the darkness, I was feeling pretty depressed, and I said, why the hell not start something that is bright and pretty and quick? So, knitting this little dishcloth actually cheered me up a bit. It really did, and sometimes I just need to pick up something that is bright and cheerful, and that makes me feel better. I wonder if you feel better when you're knitting something bright and pretty. You know, does that cheer you up? Maybe I should make that into the drawing question. But enough of me whinging about the cold and all that other stuff. I have a drawing to do. Yay! Since I had to skip a week, I'm sorry, kids. I didn't like doing that at all. It was pretty fucking miserable in my house. But now things are back to normal, and I'm going to do the drawing, and we're going to have a good time. And this week's drawing, our new walking up to episode 50, is for stitch markers in your favorite color, made by me. So let me go to the random number generator, and there's 38 posts in the drawing thread, and I'm going to pick a number using this random.org is what the site is. I'm going to generate a random number for you. So between 2 and 38. 33 is the winner. It's so quick, I feel gypped, you know? Don't take offense to that, please. So 33. Sandarati wins the thing, and blue is her favorite color. So, Sandarati, I will PM you on Ravelry and get your address, and I will make some blue stitch markers for you. So anyway, 33 is the winner of... Make sure. Yes, 33 is the winner. So congratulations, Sandarati. You get a set of 6 stitch markers made by yours truly. And there we go. I'm going to remember that. Really, I will. Anyway, the next drawing. Keep in mind, there's going to be a bunch more drawings, so keep entering, alright? Eventually, hopefully I'll get to you. This one is for this, which I got as a free supplement to my Simply Knitting. And while there are some nice patterns in here, I would rather give it to someone who can use it. Like someone who's a grandma or likes to make kids clothes and shit like that. It's a lot of baby stuff, and it's adorable. It really is. I mean, cute little dolls and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, see? So for mostly toddlers, babies, let's see, there is... Oh, yeah, there's something for an older kid. This goes up to 8 years old. So, for the next drawing, what do I want you to tell me? I'm going to start a thread tonight. What I'm going to do is ask you to tell me what cheers you up craft-wise when you're feeling a little blue. What do you like to do? Do you like to knit colorful dishcloths or colorful things when you're down like I do? Or do you like to do a little beading or cross-stitch? Write down something about what you like to do. And I'll put you in a drawing for irresistible gifts to knit for toys and toddlers from Simply Knitting. Free supplement that I got, and I want to give it to one of you. So anyway, let me know what cheers you up, because everybody needs that every once in a while. Cheering knit or crochet or other thing. That's it for right now. Oh, what am I doing for the toy knitting and crochet along? Well, I thought I was gonna do the skeleton crochet doll, but holy shit, is that pattern complicated. Oh my god. That's for grown-up crocheters, I swear. I'm gonna make him instead. I'll do the skeleton eventually, but right now, this cute little fella, I'm gonna make him. Mr. Pumpkinhead by Nikki Trench, and I just totally dropped my hook and everything. So that's kind of what I'm starting right now. Has to do with the toy knitting and crochet along. And let's see. Oh, toy knitting and crocheting tip of the week. When you're first starting a piece of your toy, no matter what, if it's in the round or knit or crochet flat, leave yourself a long tail. I kind of did here. You can see that I left myself a super long tail, and I don't know if I will need it this long, but it sure will come in handy if I need to attach the head to something on this side, or it will help me seam up or attach little limbs or the neck to it. Either way, it's going to come in really handy. And if I find it confusing, I usually just use a piece of scrap yarn or something and wrap it around so that I know that this is used. So just leave yourself extra cast on, alright? It will help you in the long time. That's my toy knitting tip of the week. And let's see. Oh, I have some thank yous to give. I do. I want to thank Candyland, who is awesome. She actually purchased me a pattern, I think. Yes, she did. Sorry. Scatterbrained. I'm trying to cut down on the sugar, and that's biting me in the ass right now, I think. Anyway, thank you. You're a doll. Love you. And another person I love is Sock Bunny, who unexpectedly sent me a pair of beautiful dishcloths that she knit, and they're just super keen. This one, oh yeah, you can definitely see. This one's a really cute skull. And this one, I think it goes around this way. This one's a super cute kitty. I kind of don't want to give them to my dad, though. And you know why? I don't want them to get destroyed. So I'll figure out something. I love them, though. Thank you so much for the treats, Sock Bunny. I really, really appreciate it, and it's super sweet of you. So, thank you to both of you fine ladies, Sock Bunny and Candyland. Muchos gracias. Muchas gracias. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you. That's the drawing and the winner and what I'm giving away next, and then tip and movies for knitting. Clearly, I haven't been watching a lot of movies. Oh boy, what did I watch though? I did see Grimm, which rocks. Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty keen show. I like Grimm. And I lost track of my watching on American Horror Story. I was a doofus about that. I was so busy putting things together after the power outage that I forgot to watch it. You know, I even missed South Park. Anyway. So, yeah, Grimm, An American Horror Story, and Friday night before all this shit hit the fan, I was rewatching a movie that I love. It's called Vampires Suck. It's hilarious. It's a total rip on the Twilight series, and I highly recommend it if you're into, like, the scary movie types of movies where everything is a takeoff on everything else. It's pretty damn funny. So I recommend it. And let's see. I'm also halfway through The Evil Dead starring Bruce Campbell. And it's pretty damn campy, but I love it. And Bruce Campbell is funny as hell. So hopefully I will be able to finish that. And I did rent Insidious, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So, that's it, really, for all the things I've been up to. It's a mixture of a lot of finishing and wondering what to do next. And I know I have a lot of unfinished objects sitting around my room right now waiting for my attention, but I'm gonna start this little pumpkin head dude soon, right now, and enjoy crocheting him because he's cute. And I don't care if Halloween is over. I got cheated out of Halloween, I think, but I know I have to start my Christmas knitting. Oh god, it's less than 2 months away. Ugh. And I promised myself I'd knit most of them because I'm kind of broke. Thank goodness there's a lot of free patterns out there. And that I have a lot of patterns anyway. Yay. So anyway, let me give you my contact information before I totally chew your ear off, okay? Now, to find the show notes and check me out without iTunes, go to the blog at twistedstrands with an extra s.blogspot.com, and you can email me at jadeeealt@gmail.com. I am JADEE on Ravelry, JD Huff on Facebook, and JD666 on Plurk. I love Plurk. Lots of fabulous knitters and stuff there. And yep. And that's it. Yeah. Oh, and there's the group on Ravelry is where I'm holding all of these little drawings. So feel free to join us. We have over 300 members now. Yay! And, that's it for this week, folks. I am going to start this lovely, cute pumpkin head pattern, pick out a few Christmas gift patterns, and start rolling on that this week. Oh well, so much for Halloween this year. I know you're probably wondering what I'm talking about if you don't live in my area, but yeah, it was really fucked up. Not fun at all to be in the dark. Unless it's a haunted house. That would have been cool. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, tell me what cheers you up in the thread in the group, and keep in touch, kids. I do it because I like to talk sometimes, and I love you guys that come and watch me every week or every other week. But anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching me. I love you all. You're awesome, and you can find me on iTunes also. Thank you. Have a good week. Happy craft.